So what's going on, everybody? JA here. Salute to you for tuning in. Now, I had to check in with you guys here on this wonderful Sunday just because we got so much stuff happening right now that there was no way that I could wait until Monday. So today we're going to be discussing the big Travis Scott t-rexx release at ComplexCon. It looks like we got a whole bunch of StockX drama going on right now. Plus, Ye, he's been spotted rocking a brand new pair of sneakers. And let's just say you guys probably never saw this one coming. So if you enjoy these updates, let me know by hitting the like button down below. That's super crucial. I need everybody's support. Plus, if you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe. Now, to begin, we're gonna go ahead and start with these Jordan 4 Fears, which we did see drop yesterday. Now, when it comes to this pair, it seems like this release may have been kind of overshadowed with everything happening this weekend. I've been on record to say that I'm not really sure why Jordan brand brought back this specific colorway, which I know people are going crazy for their OG Jordan retros, but as far as this one right here, I don't really know. I mean, I'm sure there's an audience for everybody, but I just felt like in 2013s, these joints were just okay and haven't really aged too well. But again, if you guys like them, I love them. Now, as far as this release, it seems like Nike hit us a little pump fake as far as the fake sellout bait and switch, because what I'm seeing is that these pairs are generally available via most retailers. So as far as this pair right here, what do you guys think about these joints right here? Do you feel like this was an unnecessary release from Jordan brand? Again, every sneaker is not for everybody, so I'm sure there's that target audience out there for these. So 2024 has been a great year if you're into sneakers, because this is a pair which maybe hopefully down the line you guys can snag for a little deal on sale, or maybe under retail via the secondary market. So when it comes to this release specifically, which did drop yesterday, do you feel like this sneaker was kind of overshadowed with the Jordan 3 cement shock drop? We also got the Travis Scott t-rexx's at ComplexCon. So was it just too much happening, or were these joints just trashed and Jordan brand should have never brought them out the vault? So StockX admits to selling fakes. Now, I know that headline sounds absolutely crazy, so before everybody jumps to conclusions, let's try to take a little deeper dive into everything. StockX, if you're unfamiliar with one of sneakers' biggest reselling platforms, essentially the service they offer is a 100% authenticity guarantee when purchasing sneakers or other luxury items from the secondary market. So what happens is, let's say you buy or sell something, the first step is to ship it to StockX, in which one of their authenticators ensures the item is 100% good to go before shipping it out to the buyer. Now, as myself, I've used StockX quite a few times. Probably the first time was like back in maybe 2016, something like that. Since then, I've kind of shifted towards using GOAT more so, due to the fact that they were offering that express shipping option. That's because I was trying to get all the early sneaker reviews out. But nowadays, I would say I really don't find myself paying resale too much, or even using these apps. But this lawsuit, what's going on right now, StockX is being sued by Nike. So a lot of juicy details have came out about the company, throughout this lawsuit, which at the end of the day, I feel like it only benefits us as consumers. So let's get into it. So according to Sneaker Legal from over on Twitter, they said recently unsealed filings from Nike versus StockX case are pretty juicy. Nike is asking the New York court to rule that they have proven and won on several claims before the trial starts. Those claims are willful counterfeiting and false advertising. These documents were filed in August and unsealed this week. So it then continues to read, Nike alleges that StockX conceded and agreed that they allowed the sale of counterfeit Nikes. Now, if you recall, there were prior reports that Nike was working specifically with certain sneaker resellers who were purchasing Nike sneakers directly from StockX, a handful of different Nike sneakers. It turns out Nike discovered that a portion of those sneakers purchased directly from StockX, they did verify were actually unauthentic. So StockX admitted to selling 77 fake pairs of Nikes, along with discovering a fraud ring they got away with selling of 1,800 products before it was stopped. Now, that's crazy. That's the first time I've heard of this, but it doesn't sound too far-fetched, just due to the fact that you got scammers who are directly just trying to sell a whole bunch of different fake products on StockX. And I could imagine that there are like scam rings out here trying to massively, finesse people. There's even YouTubers making videos about how to sell fakes on StockX and everything like that. So yes, it gets that deep. So Nike lawyers painting a good picture for some serious damage damages for willful counterfeiting and false advertising for admitting to selling fakes and continuing to market, advertise as 100% authentic. As y'all recall, previously StockX did have that 100% authenticity guarantee, but it seems like now they have actually remarketed that or rebranded it, maybe in an attempt to like cover their backs legally. So according to Nike's lawyers, StockX admitted its authenticators cannot determine if a product is authentic, that it knew it was passing counterfeit footwear, and that it had no idea what percentage of fakes were making it through authentication into consumers' hands. So these are some wild claims. Of course, a lot of these details, a lot more stuff will come out once the trial begins. And of course, all of this stuff has went completely viral, is being spread like wildfire all across social media platforms, even here on YouTube. So StockX, of course, they're trying to do a little damage control, responding to the allegation, saying Nike's claims are completely misguided. Contrary to their allegations, StockX is a leader in the fight against counterfeiting, a pervasive issue affecting brands globally. There, blah, 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 blah. They then go on to say the products in question, in this case, amount to a mere 0.00004% of the 17.8 million Nike sneakers StockX reviewed while the litigation was ongoing. Compare that to more than $8 billion worth of suspected counterfeit sneakers alone that StockX has prevented from being sold on our platform. So StockX, they're coming back strong. They're not taking Nike's BS. And remember, this trial hasn't even begun yet. So of course, we're going to get a lot more details. But at the end of the day, I feel like all of this just stems from the fact that Nike was pissed that StockX was selling NFTs with their products without giving them a little piece of the pie. That's where this whole lawsuit began. I think StockX made a huge mistake on that part. And in return, all of these details are now starting to come out about StockX, what's going on behind the scenes. So I feel like as far as consumers, it really only benefits us here because StockX, they got to get on their job. Now they're offering express shipping. Now they're offering returns. And it seems like they're taking steps to make their authenticity guarantee a little bit better for consumers. But at the end of the day, I feel like whenever you use one of these secondary market resale platforms, you run the risk of being able to get a fake, whether it's eBay, whether it's GOAT. I just think StockX takes the most criticism just due to the fact that they're like the most visibly out there company. But I feel like at the end of the day, if you're buying anything from the resale market, you are running the risk of getting a fake. And to ensure that you're not going to get a fake, I would suggest to stay away from products that are like massively overproduced, that we've been seeing fake companies printing out for years. So anything such as like a Jordan 1, Jordan 4s, Yeezy 350s, you guys know the deal. Like if you're going to purchase something like, I'm just looking at the AE 1s right now, something like the AE 1s or like these Fear God sneakers, more than likely you're not going to get a fake via the secondary market, but that's the risk that you're running using these platforms like that. So as far as the whole StockX situation, I wouldn't really jump to conclusions feeling like everything that comes from StockX is fake. But again, you do run the risk anytime you deal with using one of these platforms such as this. So will I be purchasing sneakers from StockX in the future? I would say with this story happening right here, it doesn't really scare me away from using StockX. But again, I would stay away from purchasing stuff like Jordan 1s. Jordan 4s, again, like the more commonly produced sneakers. But at the end of the day, I really rarely find myself paying resale anyways. Plus, a lot of sneakers don't even have resale value like that anyway. So I'm usually looking to grab them from an authentic or 100% official retailer, and sometimes even holding out to grab them joints on sale. So let me know what y'all think about this whole StockX lawsuit. Will you be continuing to use StockX? Have you used them in the past, or have you just completely always stayed away? And for these Travis Scott Jumpman Jacks, aka t-rexx's, which we have the dark mocha colorway, which originally was scheduled to drop coming up Saturday, but it looks like Travis Scott and the Jordan brand team, they're taking things back to the drawing board. It seems like they're trying to build the hype up a lot more for this release rather than just doing your regular Travis Scott drop online that we're used to. It seems like they're looking to spice things up a bit. So of course, we do have Complex Con going down this weekend in Vegas, which essentially is being marketed as like this Cactus Con event with a heavy Nike sponsorship behind it. Now, as far as these Jumpman Jacks and Travis Scott and everything, they had a whole bunch of crazy booths, displays going on, musical performances. They had a real cool Travis Scott museum featuring different pieces that he's worn throughout time, as well as all of his different sneaker models, different samples, as well as unreleased colorways of a lot of these cool Travis Scott sneakers. So the displays, everything, all that was A1, over the top, you guys already know. Now, as far as these Jumpman Jacks and Travis Scott sneakers, overall, it seems like people that purchased that VIP ticket with the hotel room. They actually automatically received pairs, which were just gifted to them in their hotel room. So that was real smooth. Now for everybody else, it looks like on Friday, they did actually drop these t-rexxes, which as y'all see here from the clips, the line was like going down the street. I'm sure it seems like there was thousands of people lined up to be able to grab these joints right here, which of course, as you guys know, when it comes to releases like this, the shenanigans will go on. As you see this well-known reseller right here, it seems like he secured multiple pairs. So this is something that nobody likes to see, but unfortunately this is just kind of what goes on here in the sneaker game. Now of course, Travis's team, they've been known to like, or rumors have been floating around pretty much that they be backdooring a whole bunch of the releases. So I'm not really sure if that's what's going on right here. We know this is a high profile reseller, so who knows, maybe he had a whole bunch of people in the line and everything for him, but he was able to secure multiple pairs of these. On top of those shenanigans, we do see here all these police officers, which were able to secure their pair as well, as you see them right there in the line checking out. And I know they weren't on duty waiting in that line for like hours the whole day like that to be able to get some Travis's. So some funny business going on behind the scenes, but of course that's how it goes when you have sneakers this hype and are so resellable, they have so much value like this and everything like that. So do you feel like them dudes are going to be rocking their pairs, or they just grab them for the little quick flip like that? And as far as these Travis Scott t-rexxes, the dark mocha, let me know if these have grown on you, because I feel like at first a lot of people were saying they weren't feeling them like that. There was a lot of shade being thrown, but now as the release date is approaching and with this big activation and everything like that, it seems like Travis's team did exactly what they were looking to do. The hype is building up for this release and everybody's just waiting on that big sneakers app drop. And lastly, before we bounce, of course, previously I spoke on the rumors which Ye potentially could make an appearance tonight at Complex Con, so we're gonna have to wait on that one. Now the original source who actually first mentioned this, he's doubling down on this, so I guess we'll have to wait and see on that one. Plus it looks like other insiders are now confirming Ye's appearance tonight, so rumors definitely heating up. I would say it's not 100% confirmed in no way, shape or form, but definitely something to look out for tonight. Now as far as Ye himself, there was this clip which has surfaced recently. He's been real quiet as of lately, right? Living out there in Tokyo, which makes that a lot easier for him to kind of just live peacefully. But as far as this clip right here, I'm not sure exactly what date this is from or when this surfaced, but you could definitely tell it is recently. So as you see, it's just Ye taking a little casual stroll out in the streets. But we got to pause it right here, because as far as the pants, first and foremost, it looks like we have a black version of the Gosha sweatpants, which you guys could sign me up. I need those right now. But as far as his footwear, that's what's the most interesting to me, and I don't see why nobody's actually talking about this right here, because on feet it looks like my boy Ye's either rocking a pair of New Balance 990s or maybe a pair of Asics or something like that. So I know my boy is getting up there, so maybe he's just trying to be comfortable, you know, rocking a good pair of runners, or maybe he's even trying to be on trend right now with the current scene. But as far as Ye rocking a pair of runners, this is really cool, because as we know, Ye's been known to rock sneakers on feet, which usually he's product testing, or just anything he's rocking is sometime in the product testing phase. So maybe Ye's trying to drop a new runner or something like that. Who knows? We're all waiting for him to make a big return to the sneaker world. So I feel like this is just a really cool look. Or who knows? Maybe my boy is just enjoying a good pair of New Balances, jumping on the wave, because right now New Balance will most definitely have to be my favorite sneaker brand. So it's just real cool to see this happening right here. And I feel like nobody is talking about this, which is absolutely blowing my mind right here. Or of course, you know, anytime Ye rocks a new sneaker brand, there's gonna be rumors floating around about him signing with them. So what about a Ye New Balance sneaker? Would you guys be rocking with it? I doubt that would happen, but just what if? I think that would be really cool. And if that was to happen, my mind would be completely blown. But in reality, I feel like my boy is just getting comfortable, rocking a pair of cozy sneakers, just doing a little product testing or whatever. So let me know what you guys think about that. We're gonna wrap it up. Of course, I had to check in with y'all on this Sunday because we got a whole bunch of crazy updates going on, including the Complex Sneakers of the Year, the top 10 best sneakers, which we don't have enough time to get into that today. That'll be a whole nother 10 minutes of rambling. So of course, I'm gonna save that one for tomorrow, because we got a whole lot of crazy stuff to talk about with that one. So I'll be checking in with you guys tomorrow. In the meantime, stay safe, stay blessed. I'm JA, and I'll catch y'all next time. I'm out. Love.